Hi, welcome back. I hope when you saw me upload Maniac Cop 1 that you thought, damn, if only he'd do a marathon of every single one of them. Your prayers have been answered, and then some. More on that later, I guess. I've gotten 4 hours of sleep, so if these are a little more lethargic than usual. We're talking about Maniac Cop 3, Badge of Silence, the only one with a subtitle for some reason. This is once again directed by William Lustig, going under the pseudonym Alan Smithy for this movie, and because of that I expected the worst imaginable. No, it was just fine. It is the weakest Maniac Cop by a long margin, or by a pretty far margin, but it's kind of outweighed by some of the cooler things that happen in it, which we'll get into a little bit. This still stars Robert Zadar and Robert Davi. They are carryovers from 1, 2, and for Robert Davi's case, just 2. Big glow up for Robert Davi, though. He's a fucking character in this movie. He may always have a cigarette in his mouth, and I'm not entirely sure if A, that's part of his character, or B, Robert Davi was just sick of this shit and was just smoking constantly and they couldn't get him to stop while they were filming. Either way, he's got something going on. And he also has character and talks like a human, and audibly too. You can hear him to other people in the movie. So that was nice to see. Nice to get a reminder of like, oh yeah, this is why you are in like real movies. That's why you're in Showgirls. The grand plot of this movie, and I'm going to simplify it so much because there's not a whole lot going on, and I feel like they really try to make it seem like there's a whole lot going on. So Maniac Cop is alive again, even though he was in his casket at the end of the second movie, except, you know, his grabby hand came up and the badge. We get explanation for that in this movie. See, there was like a crazy religious witch doctor. I don't know if saying witch doctor is like not okay in this case. I don't know. Some made up voodoo magic, I'm assuming, was being said at the exact same time of his burial, which I guess brought his soul back down from heaven and or pulled it back up from hell or purgatory to put it back in his body. And he's back, baby. And he's not doing a whole lot in this movie. Maniac Cop is like maybe 1/6 of this movie. He's not in a lot. The main crux of the plot is a girl in the movie who has kind of the same reputation as Matt Cordell had, which was she's a little too aggressive, but you know, she gets the job done. She's a good, honest cop. So there's already talks about trying to like nail her with something to get her put away, the same way they did for Matt Cordell, because that worked out so well the last time. She is shot in the line of duty, and it looks like she killed an innocent person. She didn't. It's revealed to the audience immediately that wasn't the case. It's revealed to the characters 40 minutes in. So the whole time you're just kind of like, she had to shoot that bitch. I don't know. There's the full uncut tape.
What?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. But that's like the main thing, is trying to clear her name, and Maniac Cop is kind of there sometimes. And then Robert Davi is flirting with the one nurse, and wants this girl back on the force, or at least alive, because she's brain dead, kind of like Matt Cordell, because he says he views her as a little sister to him, even though no mention, no scene, assumedly no relation from the prior movie. Fine. It's a direct-to-video sequel to an already direct-to-video sequel of a in-the-movie theater movie. Fine. And yeah, that's like the main plot. She's brain dead. Maniac Cop comes and takes her body to the magic guy, and he tries to get her soul and put it in her body to then do the exact same thing with, because she will not live if she's off life support. So by taking her off of life support when Maniac Cop grabs her and takes her to the church where the voodoo magic's happening, it kills her. So I guess the thought is, if it kills her, we can get the voodoo man to bring her back, and then she'll be like me. I don't know if the theme was like Bride of Frankenstein almost, because there's like almost, because Matt Cordell doesn't fucking talk. He said one thing in the second movie. This movie he says, continue the ritual or something like that, like 3 words, and that's it. So you can't really get a gauge of what his goal is. And for the other movies that worked, because it was like, I don't know what his actual personal goal is, but right now his goal is, I'm gonna shoot that person, and it worked for those movies because they're very simple. This one, it feels like they wanted to do more with him, but then we're kind of stuck because he can't talk, and the plot is not moving forward because of him. It's moving forward with him just kind of being around until it comes to a head. So, a little shaky on that front, but yeah, the witch doctor voodoo person can't get her soul. He says it's like it's refusing to come back, which You're a practicer of the mystic medicine and soul grabbing. How does that work? It doesn't matter, never explained, gets a shotgun hole. Once Maniac Cop starts being Maniac Cop at the end of this movie, it's nothing's gonna compare to that police precinct shootout. Nothing will compare to that in the second movie. It's been 4 days since I've seen Maniac Cop 2, and that is still replaying in my brain. But when Maniac Cop gets a shotgun and shoots the witch doctor person, and then it's Robert Davi and the head nurse in the hospital and Maniac Cop just duking it out once again, and the church catches on fire and burns the dead chick to a crisp. Maniac Cop's on fire yet again, and I was watching it and I was like, okay, so they were questioning, how do we top Maniac Cop being on fire for so long in the last movie? How do we top that? And initially, he's in the church, it's on fire, Robert Davi and girl get out, church fucking explodes, and I was like, that's it? What's your plan, Matt? What are you doing here? Jesus Christ! He's on fire again! How long is he gonna be on fire for again this time? Oh my god! Oh my god, he's still going! Oh my god! Okay, as he exploded. I was like, damn, we really just did not have the budget for anything. Like, we had the budget to light a guy on fire for a little bit, and then that was it. No. How foolish of me. Haha, the movie said. Get f***ed, asshole, said the movie. A little offended, I continued to watch to find out that Maniac Cop is now following Robert Davi, driving this nurse to another hospital in an ambulance because she got smoke inhalation and passed out. So he's driving her in an ambulance from one hospital to another hospital across town. Maniac Cop, still on fire, in a police car, on a highway. Do it, huh? Yo, let's go! Oh my god! Yeah! That's crazy! What? How'd that happen? Ramming into them, grabbing them, straight up just shoving cars out of the way with his fucking power? I'm sorry, he pushed a car? Insane. Shit. I know that for a fact this one was not Robert Zadar on fire. I could have looked for two. I didn't care. I wanted to believe that was Robert Zadar. This one I found out there's a guy credited as Guy on Fire. Or Driver on Fire, I think. I believe that was Robert Zadar, and or maybe it was somebody else. I don't remember anybody else being on fire while they're driving, but yeah, car chase, Maniac Cop is on fire the whole time, really entertaining, and well, I don't know if it tops the visceralness, if that's a word, of Maniac Cop slowly walking through the prison on fire and just grabbing people and throwing them and tackling that dude through a wall and exploding. Don't think it tops that, but it was damn entertaining to watch him do that shit. That was fucking awesome. I will say the one big standout moment is there's a criminal in the hospital who is related to Kate, I think her name is, in the beginning shooting the what was assumed innocent civilian. He's in the hospital under watch, and there's a moment where Maniac Cop breaks them out, as he did with what's his in the second one, the rapist. He's breaking that guy out, and he broke a couple other people that are being in the hospital, but also being watched by the police because they're criminals but just need medical care. They kill all of the cops watching them, and then a stretcher comes rolling up, and there's somebody under the blankets, and I immediately was just like, who the fuck is this guy? Because I was like, is Maniac Cop just hiding under the blankets? Was he doing this to fuck with them? He let them go to hunt them down, like a predator? Did he just let them go to hunt them down later, and this is how he's choosing to do it? Little was I aware of. The sheets come up, guns start shooting out of it, 2 of the 3 people are down, and fucking Robert Davi can tuck and rolls backwards off the stretcher, just shooting 2 pistols, and I was just, from what he was doing in the second one to what he's doing in this one, I'm assuming he got paid more, somehow, because goddammit, he's really fun to watch in this movie, as opposed to the plank of wood that he was in the second one. What the who is that? Oh my god, it was Robert Davi! What the hell? It's crazy for me to say that Robert Davi is a standout character in this movie because he was just there in the second one. Overall, Maniac Cop 3, it's not the worst thing ever at all. Not bad enough for me to want to put Alan Smithy on there. Like, I'd take credit for this, although I do not know back end what happened, if there was some studio interference that William just did not like. But also, from the guy who made Maniac Cop 1 and 2 to a lesser extent, and especially Maniac, this feels... It doesn't feel like the passion's there anymore. So maybe that's all it was. Maybe he just kind of was like, I'm done. I don't want to make any more. I don't even attach my name to this one. I don't want it. So, I don't know. Overall, kind of a letdown, sure. But I also wasn't expecting too much, so when on-fire car chase is happening, I was in it. I was so fucking hyped. But in comparison to the second one, and even the first one, the Citizen Kane of schlock horror action police procedural horror movies, the third one's the worst one by far. But Maniac Cop 3 is just comfortably in the middle. If we were to put all of these movies on a list somewhere, Maniac Cop 3 would be like comfortably right in the middle of everything. With that, Maniac Cop gets an overall Maniac Cop 3 Badge of Silence, for some reason, gets a grand score on the Schlockometer of 2.5 out of 5. It is straight down the middle for me. There are some moments in it that are really fun. There's also some moments that, in comparison to what Maniac Cop 1 and 2 have offered, really fucking lacking. Robert Davi fucking rolling out of that stretcher, while not as good as the police precinct shoot up in the second one. Seeing that motherfucker backwards roll out of a stretcher was like a holy shit. You know? That's something I never thought I'd see. Not from Showgirls legend Robert Davi. Tomorrow, I hope you aren't tired of hearing me talk about William Lustig, because I got one more for you. And we're gonna go into that tomorrow. So, stay tuned. I'm not gonna do that ever again. I don't know what that was. Stay tuned. Bye. Go away. Oh my god! Holy shit!